What's up, guys? So today is pretty interesting because I wanted to do this with Justin for a while.
Yeah.
He has heard some Uicideboy songs.
Yeah.
From me just playing it, and I do understand that you're probably some of them are maybe you're just not gonna like, you're not gonna vibe with. But I just kind of want to show you. So Uicideboys are both cousins. Okay, we can just go refer to one by Scrim.
Mm-hmm.
He's typically has blonde hair.
Their picture right there.
And the one with longer hair, curly.
Mm-hmm.
His name goes by Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of aliases that they like to throw out there in their songs.
Yeah.
Very popular, I'm sure, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
They've gained popularity in the last 8 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
I've listened to them for the past, about that time as well.
Are they independent?
Yes.
Okay,
So they have their own record
have a
label.
good following.
So yeah, G59 Records. They have other artists there that are adjacent to their style, similar but also different. But specifically these two, they come from New Orleans. They're definitely into hip hop. They're definitely into rock music as well. Ruby, the one with the longer hair, actually used to sing for a punk rock band. Again,
It's kind of funny going from there.
this is off the top of my head, but I just kind of want to give you a little backing of why he sounds a certain way in some parts and his inflections in his voice.
Yeah.
And Scrim used to produce
Okay.
hip hop records, and they have a passion for hip hop, and you can see that with like the samples they use, hip hop and other sort of samples.
Mm-hmm.
And they love 3 6 Mafia, so we've heard 3 6 Mafia and we like 3 6 Mafia, so. And like Lord Infamous, I don't know if you know who that is, but the first song I want to show you, maybe you've heard it, but it's called Paris.
It's a lot of views.
So
7 years ago.
yeah, so we'll get into this one first, and sorry for the long little intro here, but I kind of just want to give you an idea.
But who knows?
Maybe
It's also someone who's watching this right now and they're like, I don't know either. And
yeah.
So good for me to know and good for you to know.
I love their music. It's again.
Different.
I want to preface it.
That's very different than what I listen to.
Yes, and it's very different, and some of it's really dark.
But that's the point of this channel.
But I think it's I think it's overall cool. And I don't think they do it in a way to like. I think it's provocative, but
that's what I can relate to.
They still don't want people to be like, oh, like they don't like, oh, I want you to do drugs. I want you to cut yourself. I want you to. Yeah, they might talk about it, but that's not like the overall like message. Like why they're just trying to be, they're relatable to a lot of people. Yeah. Unfortunately, in those circumstances, that are dealing with addiction, which they have both dealt with addiction. Mm-hmm. And Scream's actually sober now.
Maybe like the underdogs.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So we'll get right into it. Paris is the first video we'll check out.
I've heard the song. At least I think.
You probably heard it, but now you're really listening to it.
Yeah. Because I feel like it's more passing.
Tell me what you know. Buy the motherfucker out the bottom with a gold grill. Claim to make audio prime. Stop creeping out the fucking dungeon. Switchblade on him, hit the guts like a pump. Dump. 30 rounds on that clip, I'll rip. Too thick with the stick that I won't miss. Little sick, real sick, don't talk shit. Whip like a whip, scallop fish. Suicide nighttime, no, we don't fight crime mode. It's a great fight now with the real red eyes, and we dying inside, ooh. Bodies in fluoride, let the rope untie, just crucify me. Young Christ, wrist slice, the balls on ice, singing alright. Ruby was a motherfucking reject, then I got my wrist and now my motherfucking reject. Still going, cause I was a motherfucking reject.
Even they're getting mad.
I know my joke is strong, the deep dark, the deep dark, breathe, keep the rock, deep dark, like the fucking sheep, so deep up. I hit myself and then I get the seed up, root, be the fucking deep up. We in the club now, shut up all down, we need the result, never reach up in my small town, when I do a demon, I'm involved now, eyebrows, no limit, stick the fuck back, hoes, like the whole pack, take them.
So, first initial thoughts.
I feel like I've heard this more in passing, and now I was able to like listen to it more. Mm-hmm. Like actually, from beginning to end.
I know it's something different. Like
it's very
like
short.
You said.
That's off camera. We were actually talking about it. It's rare. I mean, here or there. most artists that I listen to don't have short songs.
Not this short.
It's not impossible. I'm not saying it's not there. I'm sure there's like a few songs that I could think of, but it's not like a regular thing. Is what I'm trying to say. Versus for them, from my understanding, is that most songs are a little shorter. I wonder why that is. Like, I wonder if they ever thought, like, what if we made the song longer? I don't know if they, like, I don't know. You know, sometimes, you know, when people have, like, they edit things down. I think, like, maybe there's a long version that's somewhere out there. Like, I don't know. But I think that's interesting that they do it that short. But I think maybe their aim is just, like, not catered to, like, short-form content, because this is 7 years ago. It's not, definitely things have changed in the last 7 years. But I think maybe it's just a creative thing. That they more so chose, probably more so why they did that. And I think I love the beat. I actually do. I do feel like in my head the first thing that came to mind was like dancers dancing in a dance studio to this song.
Really?
Like, yeah, I did.
You could see that.
I
with
see
the
it.
song?
I see it because I feel like sometimes just doing.
I wouldn't think that you would even think about that.
It's because doing full out choreography to songs like this is kind of like when you dance hip hop, I feel like having like a heavy song like this sometimes is kind of feels good when you on your body a little bit. You just gotta let out a little frustration or whatever.
I think that I was gonna say like with this energy of the song, like that's.
I feel like that's what the point of the song is, maybe.
Yeah.
I
mean, with the video too, right?
Yeah,
like you see all that, I'm going crazy.
How they're like mosh pitting and everything. Yeah. Like, I feel like that's kind of the vibe. Like, I think the song, maybe not everything that they're saying is what they're really trying to focus on. In a way, I feel like the sound of it is what they're really trying to push. If that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Even how they like rap.
Yeah.
They're trying to get you to emote a feeling.
One thing, did you hear like the laugh in the background though? Like the eeriness of the beat, like the.
Yeah, it almost felt like a Halloween song. I don't know. I'm the first.
No, hold on. If I'm not wrong though, I'm pretty sure that's a Chucky laugh. I'm pretty sure, but I could be wrong. I don't know. It sounds like Chucky.
Yeah,
every time I've ever heard this song or listened to this song, I always think it sounds like the Chucky laugh.
Yeah, and behind the camera, I literally have official Chucky dolls.
Yes.
The expensive ones.
Yeah. So that's the first song I wanted to show you.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go for two more.
Okay. Get like a little collection of records.
Yeah. They do have some like songs that are a little slower. Maybe we'll get into that in another video. Maybe if someone is interested in maybe seeing more of what he thinks. He might not like all of them, but I think overall you could like I guess respect like the artistic value and what they bring to the table. I think they do bring a lot to the table of hip hop, which is something like why I really like Uicideboy a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of like for me. I think it's hard for me to like actually hate something. I might like be like just being a little snarky sometimes on like it. But usually I'm not being that serious.
Yeah.
Like, I might just be. It's just more of like a funny commentary. It's maybe my humor or whatever. But I feel like you gotta like really honestly you gotta do something really bad for me to be like this is trash. Like I can see something good in almost anything because like it might not even be my taste. Like even like country. Like lately I've been hearing a few more things from certain people. I'm like I kind of see the appeal, but like it's just not my thing.
I could definitely relate to that.
Like where it's just like you can kind of see, and I think if you're just being human and you're just being honest, you can see the appeal in anything. But it might not be your cup of tea, and that's fine.
That's okay.
That's fine.
And I'm trying to broaden my.
There is songs that I wouldn't say that I hate any of the Uicideboy's songs from what I've heard. I just think that there's songs that I think like they could refine certain things, but that's just more my creative decision. So I can't. As a creative person myself, I can't go and tell them, like, you creatively have to do this. Like, it's not a must. It's just, like, that's what they wanted to do. So
So the next song we're getting to is For the Last Time. These guys, again, short songs. They have a bunch of mixtapes out there, a bunch of stuff, free music out there. And this one's a little bit more recent. It's a few years old, but it's not, like, 8 years old like Paris was.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so we'll get into this one. That's after a show for sure.
I was literally just gonna say that. I was like, that must be after the show.
Yeah.
Stay in the cut on the north side. Hollow points, trigger fingers on my fucking 4-5. Demons rising out the crypt. I smoke me a fat line. Never gave a fuck. Grew up by the mud. Pull up, then I pop the trunk. Grew up with the fucking robbers. Always kept the mask on. Motherfuckers gon' die if we keep the mask off. Suicide when I ride, bitch. Scarecrow to walk the shadow. Mozart with no piano. Kill when I'm sleepy hollow. That mystic motherfucker that's addicted to prescriptions. Xanax for the panic, mental problems you get added. Multi-million own business, you just signed a deal, bruh. 3 years past, still broken, you ain't paid up. Dollars I ain't touched yet, burning for the fuck of it. Infamous lunatic, you just up it. Cut up with the death wish, raised with the savage live straight out the death pit to keep alive the 666. Ruby such a misfit. Hollywood, Babylon, can't resist it. Fuck a cop, bitch, I'm ducking all these piglets. 7 war, be my motherfucking district. Yeah, I still got my motherfucking wrist slit. Breathing like a piss bitch, scheming I'ma hit licks. After licking hits the acid, then the fucking split lips. Wig split, just a fucking tidbit. Did get from ingested pill bits. Blue bitch, sick of snorting powder, I'ma ditch this. 104, 520s, T, say keep testing my monies. Now I'm a dip quick, find me a dick bitch. Tick grip, tip grip, dick spit in the thick hips. Fuck with me, bitch, I'm a fucking dick, and I don't really give a fuck what it is. Told you already that Ruby can't resist it. Big clip to my head, watch that shit drip.
The side eye, okay, I'm done with my scene now.
Exactly. Okay, what do you think?
I like the camera work. That was the first thing that I thought of.
Aesthetics of it?
Because I feel like, I mean, this is not, again, I'm not saying this in a mean way.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, when you're an independent artist, I know that you gotta fork out the money for everything.
Yeah.
So, you can't be just, let me spend all the money we have on just this video. You gotta, like, and then it looks like they filmed this while they're on a tour. Where they filmed it was at a show. I'm
pretty sure it's after the show.
I like how they did that because it almost feels like you decided like, oh, let's just film a cool video, use where we like I'm just thinking creatively. It's kind of cool that you took, in a way, maybe this is something, maybe there's more planning than I realized, but I'm just outside.
It seems spontaneous.
It just seems spontaneous, but with like the spontaneity, being spontaneous sometimes. It could go bad or good, and I feel like this is more on like a good side because I feel like you were able to give someone insight a little bit of like maybe after a show. Maybe that's why they decided to start with like the sweeping or whatever, and then like I feel like the way that the camera work was cool.
And shout out to all the crew for all shows like this, like, cause people go crazy at shows like this.
And not only that, but it's just so hard to put all the staging up, like it's a lot. But I was also gonna say I like how they both in a way have like a nonchalant but like attitude, but like also they kind of have like a presence on the camera.
Yeah.
And because someone could do something similar, because in a way are they like fucking giving like 5, 6, 7, 8? Like no, they're not.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that I feel like on camera some people don't. Like you ask a new rapper, go on camera and film this song. You know what you struggle. How many TikTok videos that I be seeing? I hate to laugh, but I'm like, these people are like behind the scenes filming a video and they're just like it's not. It's like you know they're just not comfortable. But to me, it just seems like this is their comfortability. This is like they like to be on camera. This is like their person. This is their confidence. But I that's basically what I took from it all.
And what about the song itself? Like as far as like
the song itself, I think what's the guy with the long hair name?
Ruby.
Ruby. I feel like I like the way he was rapping a little bit more on this one.
Really?
Than the other one.
Okay.
Wait,
I could second that though.
I'm not saying I hate the other one.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
actually still really like the other song. I just feel like if he rapped more like this, it almost feels like he's rapping the way he was in the other song. But again, it was just the clarity for me.
No, I get that.
Because there was a clarity, and that's why I was able to like grasp to what he was saying. That's why I chuckled a little bit when in the comments that he made. But I don't know. I like this one.
Yeah,
I do. Alright, cool. I don't have anything bad to say.
Alright, so the last song we're gonna go into today is called Secondhand. It's off of another little mixtape. But I'm glad you're kind of liking it. You're seeing a little bit more
of like why you like it.
Why I like it. And a lot of people in general.
Because I feel like if you hear it in passing, you're not really like paying attention. You could see why someone will be like, "What is that? I don't like it." Even if you're like, "Well, I'm a true believer. You really gotta sit and listen or watch or whatever it is to make a decision." Yeah. Like I'm never gonna make a decision and be like, "Oh, this song on the right, the one that says Matt Black." I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, I hate this song." I've never heard it.
Exactly. Yeah. So Secondhand, let's check it out.
All I see is squirrels, face me mud, on a couple drugs, smoke amigo plug, FTP my blood, greater fucking game, or stay in your lane. Never hide, just make it, hate this fame, hate this game, take these shoes as a day, or you're flowing through my veins, love the means that make that stain, y'all look good and cellophane, man, insane. Just up the song, and I'm Nirvana. Papa says to make you mad, I know you want some. Rollin', 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 rollin'. Got her outside a cold white snow flood. Rev out road, shot it, y'all crack, swan, chosen. Slit, told the AK, 47, started, loaded, chosen. All of y'all are oversaturating, premium bed. Bitches FTP, y'all fucking dead. All y'all look the fucking same. Fuck the flame, fuck a lane. Bitch, I'm about to swerve into the toll booth and scrape the chain. Bring out your dead and blame it on yo. Bitch, I pull up. Okay, now I'm by my right leg till I say okay. K9 on this high leg, ripping off your face. All I gotta say is G590 to the grave. One color, two numbers, three fingers in the sky amongst the thunder. I'm like, fuck the others, I'ma bring the ruckus, somebody. Fuck your bitch, she swears she suffers under the covers. I'm a hellbound, shorty wanna diamonds, hellbound, shorty said she might let them bells pound, shorty wanna cry, I'm like fuck it every night, keep turning back, I close my eyes.
What do you think about this one?
I don't hate it, but I wouldn't say it's not as good as the other ones.
Okay.
But I think my only other thing is all their videos very similar. Because this almost feels like you're making a visualizer. This felt like more like what someone would do as a visualizer, which I would say that's more of a recent thing that people are doing. It's not like these
videos are a few years old already.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so it feels like what I'm not saying it is because obviously correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
5 years ago, visualizers didn't exactly exist. Record execs weren't recording visualizers. They either did a lyric video or a music video, and that's literally what it is. Now things are just very different, and it's in a good and bad way. Content. I
could say that their music videos are different.
Well, yeah, their format
for certain songs, but
simplistic.
I would say that their aesthetic is very similar with all the videos.
Could be a good. It could be. I could see it as both ways.
It's part of their aesthetic.
It could be a good and a bad thing.
Yeah.
Only because as a bad thing, I'm not. Again, if you're a Uicideboy fan, I actually would want to know. Do you feel as a fan of a long time? And I can even ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you feel as a fan of a long time? Do you feel like when they drop a video, are you either like, I'll get to it at some point? Or are you excited to watch it when you know music videos coming out?
I think I am because I think it adds more to like the value of the song. But also, usually when they put out music videos, it's like a new song in general. So
okay, so the song is in conjunction with it.
Typically, like I mean, I'm sure there's definitely some of those songs that I heard that was before the video, but I'm just again based on the top, like on the top of my head, usually it's like a new song with the video.
Okay, so that's it the song that's getting me more excited or the video?
I mean, I think it's both because usually it's a new song with the video, and I like to see the visuals because it again adds to me.
Well, it does. It does. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying like, for example, if artists that I listen to, almost at the same format. Like for example, what I'm trying to say is like kind of going back from like all the videos collectively. As like music videos goes, for me personally, I feel like if for example someone decided to do kind of like one of those dance videos, or even not even a dance video, one of those videos that's more so on, it's on a set and it's just one color and it's just like lighting. Like if when you do one of those and then that's just that song in that video and it never happens again, I'm fine with that. But if, for example, an artist decided to just do that and then every new song was that same thing, just done slightly differently, it almost feels like the same format. And it almost starts to blend and seem like
I see
the
what you're
same
saying.
video.
But at the same
that
time,
makes sense.
It's just part of their aesthetic. So it sometimes, like you said, it could be a knock on them because someone's gonna be like, well,
like
change it up.
It almost feels. All I'm saying is that it almost feels like, do I have to watch the new video? It's not like it doesn't feel like a must.
Got it.
Is what I'm trying.
No, I get that.
Like it's not like new information.
No, I could see that. I could see that. But okay, so I guess
that's my critique as an outside looking in.
Really quickly, if you had to like, let's say out of the 3 songs, from your favorite to
song-wise or video,
let's go overall, the whole package deal.
Whole package deal.
From top to
bottom. I would say the second one's the best one, and the first one was the second best one, and this one was the third best one.
Okay, so you're saying what you're saying the best one was. For the last time, the music video with the snow and then the venue.
Paris, and
Paris,
then
the second one, and then the third one would be secondhand. This one.
Again, I don't hate it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying like, again, I don't know. I guess I'm in a way. I think I was talking to one of my friends, and she's like, maybe you're just so used to just being a little spoiled.
Yeah.
And that could be true.
Well, this is why I also want to show them because it's like. This is a different side, and he's a dancer. One, he listens to a lot of artists that have
and in a way,
I do understand that there's way more production that goes into a Rihanna music video, and most people would understand that. But also,
believe it or not,
but you can still, but I can see that you could still respect the people that are don't have that same production. But they have their own aesthetic.
Yeah, and like believe it or not, like coming from like my background, also learning like my boyfriend Ness, seeing like even like doing a simple shoot, like what you think is a simple shoot. There's a lot more to it. So I'm not saying that they're not doing something.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that at all. Because now that I have more information, I can look at a simple video. Even when you do film those like lyric videos, like people are like filming something, you have to make the lighting right, you have to make the focus right. Like there's so much to it. Like there's a lot of like people who do this stuff, like people who study film, like for even like study camera work, like being a photographer. There's a lot to it. I'm not saying that at all. There's a lot talent behind it. Like you really gotta know what you're doing. But I'm just saying like. As like a full package, you do have a little bit of a pressure sometimes when you're releasing music videos. Is what I'm saying, but I feel like for me, I'm just a creative person. Like if I had a big budget, I would have been like, I'm gonna have fun and I'm gonna make this grand. But I think that would be my ranking for all 3. I think we'll see what happens next with like a more new Uicideboys will come out in the next, I don't know, whenever they come out with new music. And we'll probably react to it.
They're gonna be coming out with some stuff pretty soon, I think, if I remember. But there's a lot.
I mean, clearly there's an audience.
Okay, there's for sure.
Look at the views. And
there's an
audience for it.
There's a lot of music, like a large catalog of music that they do have. There's some songs that I kind of want to show you that are a little bit different. As far as like the vibe of the song and overall, I don't want to get too much into it, but. Comment below what you think.
Please,
I don't know. Give
please no Uicideboys stands.
Yeah, give some suggestions for him. There's no suggestions for me to be honest, because I've listened to like everything under the sun for Uicideboys. And so give him some suggestions, and for me to help him, guide him in maybe a small journey. Into we don't have to get into every single song they've ever done, but maybe we could just do a few of these, just to broaden horizons for him, and it's fun for me because I like all this stuff and I just want to see what he thinks. Even if he doesn't like the song, at least maybe he could say like, I listened to it.
Yeah, because again, I said this earlier. You don't know if you don't try it. Like, you really don't. Like, there's so many albums where I'm like, I never gave this a try, and I should have listened to this a long time ago.
Exactly.
So,
and maybe who knows? Maybe we're on a journey for him to find that one Uicideboy song where he could actually go and like, I want to listen to this song
like over and over.
That's like, I think that's my goal probably.
It's possible for there's many artists that I'm like, wow, I didn't know I would like this.
Yeah.
So this is what the point of this channel is.
Comment, like, subscribe, share, whatever you want to do.
Find our socials, follow us on social media.
So,
you could DM me and suggest something, or make a comment on YouTube. Either one works. We'll probably get back to you as soon as we can. Hope you're liking our channel. Please just leave us a suggestion. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe. Put notifications on to keep updates with our.
Do all the good stuff. But we'll see you next time, and peace out.